In this video, we will discuss about some numerical based on grouping of capacitors. Let us see question number 1. You can see that in this question, 4 capacitors C1, C2, C3, C4 all are of 10 microfarad. They are connected across a potential difference of 500 volt. In this question, we have to find out the equivalent capacitance of the network and charge on each capacitor. So let us find out the equivalent capacitance. So if you look at the diagram, you will find that if you start from here by crossing C1, C2 and C3, we will arrive here, and there is no branching on the way. So C1, C2, C3, they are in series. Their equivalent C1 to 3, one end will be at this end, other end will be at this end. Similarly, one end of C4 will be at this end and other at this end. So the equivalent of these three, that is C1, 2, 3 and C4, they are connected between these two common points. So they are in parallel. Using this concept, we can find out the equivalent capacitance of the network, which will come out 40 by 3 microfarad. Now in the diagram, you can see that in this arm, the value of capacitance is different from the value of capacitance in this arm. So definitely different quantity of charge will be distributed in these two arms. Let plus Q charge, this is say positive terminal and this is negative terminal. So this positive terminal supplies plus charge. So plus Q goes to this direction, so and plus Q dash in this direction. So the opposite plates of the capacitor must contain equal and opposite charges. So this will be minus Q, and these two forms an isolated system. So it will be plus Q. So it will be minus Q. Again, similarly, it will be plus Q, and here it is minus Q, and here this is plus Q, so it will be minus Q dash. So for if we take this end to be at 500 volt and this end at 0 volt, these two plates form an isolated system, so they will have a common potential. Let it be V1, and this plate and this plate forms an isolated system. Their potential will be common. Let it be V2. Now for capacitor C1, what we can write? Potential difference between the plates is 500 minus V1. Its charge is Q and C1 is its capacitance. We know that Q is equal to CV. So V is equal to Q by C. So we can write 500 minus V1 is equal to Q by C1. Similarly for C2, V1 minus V2 is equal to Q by C2. V1 minus V2 is equal to Q by C2. C3, V2 minus 0 is equal to Q by C3. So adding these three equations, substituting the values of C1, C2 and C3 and solving, we will get Q is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 3 coulomb. Now in this arm, potential difference across C4 is how much? It is 500 minus 0 is equal to charge is Q dash by C4. So Q dash is 500 into C4, which is 500. The value of C4 is 10 microfarad, 10 into 10 to the power minus 6, and it will come out 5 into 10 to the power minus 3 coulomb. So in this way we can find out the charge and the equivalent capacitance in question number. Now question number 2. Here 4 capacitors C1, C2, C3, C4, they are arranged as shown in the figure across a potential difference of 300 volt. The value of C1 and C4 is 100 picofarad and C2 and C3 is 200 picofarad. We have to find out the voltage and charge across each capacitor and also the equivalent capacitance of the network. This is a question from the exercise of NCERT. So let us see how to find out the equivalent capacitance first. So this is the diagram. This can be redrawn just by pulling this, just stretch like this, bring this one this side. So it will be like this. C2, C3, C1 and this is C4. Now from this diagram it is clear that in between these 2 points C2 and C3, if you start from here we will reach here without branching. So these 2 are in series. So C2 and C3 are in series. Their equivalent C23 is in parallel with C1. One end of C1 is here, one end of C1 is here, and one end of C23 is at this point, other end is at this point. So in between these 2 common points, C1 and C23 are connected. So C1 and the equivalent of these 2, that is C23, they are in parallel. And equivalent of this entire network will be in series with C4. Using the concept, we can find out the equivalent capacitance as now we have to find out the voltage and charge across each capacitor. The equivalent of 1, 2, 3, that is C1, 2, 3 and C4 are in series, so they store equal amount of charge, which is equal to charge stored by the combination. Charge stored by the combination is equal to Q is equal to CV. So charge stored by combination, so combination will have a equivalent capacitance C equivalent and potential across it is V. C equivalent 200 by 3 to 10 to the power minus 12 farad and potential is 300 volt. Solving which we get 2 into 10 power minus 8 coulomb. This is the charge across Q4. Q4, that is across the C4 capacitance. Now here we suppose the potential of this end is 0 volt, then potential of this end will be 300 volt, so that potential difference between these two points is 300 volt. Now this plate forms an isolated system. They will have a common potential, let it be VA. Similarly this plate and this plate, they are interconnected, they will be at common potential, let it be VB. Now this is your C1, this is C2, this is C3 and this is C4. Now let us do the charge distribution. Suppose here it is, this is the positive connected to positive terminal, it supplies plus Q charge and this will be minus Q. Suppose now charge in these 2 arms distributor will be different. So let it be Q1. Here it will be minus Q1, and here it will be Q minus Q1 minus Q minus Q1, and this is again Q minus Q1 and minus Q minus Q1. So this is the distance. If Q1 charge goes along this one, then Q minus Q1 will come here. So this is plus Q minus Q1, then this will be minus Q minus Q1. These two forms an isolated system, so it will be plus Q minus Q1, and this will be minus Q minus Q1. Now for C4, we can write for C4 we can write 300 minus VA is equal to Q by C4. 300 minus VA is equal to Q by C4. Solving this, we will get VA is equal to 100 volt. Now V4, potential difference between the plates of the capacitor C4 will be your 300 minus VA, which is 300 minus 100, that is 200 volt. Now come to C1. For C1 we can write VA minus 0 is equal to Q1 by C1. Q1 by C1. Substituting the values, Q1 we will get 10 to the power minus 8 coulomb. And the potential difference V1 across the plates of capacitor C1 will be VA minus 0, that is 100 minus 0, that is 100 volt. Now for C2, it is VA minus VB is equal to Q minus Q1 by C2. Similarly, for C3 it is VB minus 0 is equal to Q minus Q1 by C3. Now VA is 100, VB we have to find out. Q and Q1 known, put their values. C2 is also known, put its value. Solving 100 minus VB is equal to 50 volt. So VB is your 50 volts. Now potential across the plates of capacitor C2 is equal to V2, VA minus VB, that is 100 minus 50, that is 50 volts. Similarly, V3 is equal to VB minus 0, that is 50 minus 0 is 50 volts. Q2 and Q3 both contains equal amount of charge, and that is Q minus Q1. The value of Q and Q1 is known. Put the values, we will get 10 to the power minus 8 volt. So in this way, we have seen how we can find out the voltage and charge across each capacitors present in the combination. In question number 3, you can see that here it is C1 C2, here also it is C1 C2. So if this is at V potential and this is 0, so potential of point C and potential of point D will be same, because V minus Vc, and here in between element is C1. Similarly, V minus Vd in between elements is C1. So potential of point C and potential of point D is same. So if a capacitor C3 is connected between C and D, it will have no charge because their ends are at same potential. So this can be further redrawn like this. C1 and C2 are in series. These two are also in series. So we can find out its equivalents easily. Now the same question can be twisted. If C1 here and C2 here, and this side it is C2 and this side it is C1, then D and E will not be at same potential because here it is C1 and here it is C2. So we have to go for charge distribution. So let us see, this end supplies positive charge. So Q. So if Q1 goes this end, then Q minus Q1 will come this side. So opposite plate minus Q1, its opposite plate minus Q1. Now from here, if it supplies plus Q charge, it will supply minus Q charge. So if this is minus Q. So here towards C1 it is going Q1. So from here minus Q1 will come to this side and Q minus Q1 with a negative sign will go to this plate. So its opposite plate contains the same amount of charge with a positive charge sign. And here also its opposite plate contains the same amount of charge with opposite nature. Now see, here it is minus Q1 and here it is Q minus Q1. It forms an isolated system. So minus Q1 plus Q minus Q1. So it is Q minus 2Q1. So the plate of C3 must contain 2Q1 minus Q charge, so that net charge in this isolated system becomes 0. So charge on this plate will be 2Q1 minus Q, and here it is 2Q1 minus Q with a negative sign. So this is how charge distribution will be made. Now if this is A and this is B, so VA minus VB is equal to VA minus VD plus VD minus VB. VA minus VD can be written as Q1 by C1 and D minus VD minus VB Q minus Q1 by C2. Q minus Q1 by C2. This is the first equation, and VA minus VB we can also write along this path. By writing along this path we will get the same expression. So VA minus VD plus VD minus VE plus VE minus VB is equal to VA minus VB. This is step. Now for this path VA minus VD, it is Q1 by C1. D2E 2Q1 minus Q by C3, 2Q1 minus Q by C3. For this path it is Q1 by C1, Q1 by C1. This is second equation. Now from these two equations we have to eliminate Q1 and find out the value of Q by VA minus VB to get the value of equivalent capacitance of the network. So equation 1 can be further simplified as VA minus VB Q1 C2 minus C1 by C1 C2 plus Q by C2, which from here you will get this expression. Similarly, the second equation can be further simplified as shown in the figure. Here, then here, we will go here, thereafter here. This is the fourth equation. So this fourth equation and this is your third equation. Now subtracting 4 from 3. Subtracting 4 from 3, we will get this expression, solving which we get the value of equivalent capacitance as shown here. Now let us see the next question, question number 5. Very simple but a little bit tricky. Here this switch S is open. Here it is C1, C2, then C2 and C1. Question is, the connections shown in the figure are established with switch open. How much charge will flow through the switch if it is closed? If we close the switch, how much charge will flow? That we have to find out. So if this switch S is open, then C2 and C1, they are in series, and its equivalent capacitance we can find out C12 very easily, 2/3 microfarad, and potential across this equivalent is how much? Potential difference between these 2 points, and it is 24 volt. So charge appearing on each of these two capacitors C2 and C1 will be CV, and this is 16 microcoulomb. Let it be Q. So if it is Q, then this end supplies positive charge, so this plate will contain plus Q charge, and its opposite will contain minus Q charge. Here it will contain plus Q charge, this will contain minus Q charge. These two are connected in series, so they will store equal amount of charge. Further, these two plates forms an isolated system, so here it is minus Q, then it will be plus Q, then it is minus Q. Similarly here also, here minus, so it will be plus Q, here it is minus Q. So now you can see that the plates 1 and 4, which are connected to the switch S, the total charge is minus Q plus Q, that is 0. The total charge on two plates of 1 and 4 connected to switch is 0. So here in this situation, here charge is 0. Now let us see, when they are connected, then what is the quantity of charge which is present here. For that, let us do the charge distribution. Now if we connect these 2 points, then which amount of charge will go in this direction, which amount will go in this direction, we cannot